Okay, so this is going to be a demonstration, a taste of some of the ways I give myself pleasure as an intellectual, some of the ways I give myself treats, candy, sweets, fun, enjoyment. When I say pleasure, what I mean is that I can explain to you in neurological terms. Here, here's the prefrontal cortex, okay? And then there's like the orbital frontal cortex underneath here. The optic nerves, they like go through like and back and then here, and then there's two pathways. But the language, when I'm enjoying language, okay, that we can have two. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, so when I see myself on screen, I just get confused because my mind's already backwards in everything. So it's like now I backwards the backwards. Okay. So in the back here, we have Wernicke's, and that's in a part of our brain where sensations, basically, sensations are coming together. Okay. Sensations are coming together. Sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, that's all coming together here, right? So, and here, okay, and here, right here, okay, and in the middle too, okay. So that's coming together, and as it's coming together, it's talking with the front part where we do stuff, where we're saying, I'm gonna do this, and then I do it, right? Or I'm looking for somebody, I'm gonna get it, that kind of part. That's here and here talking. So I see, I want to do, I see, I want to do, or I hear, I perceive, I want to do. So the perceiving part here, Wernicke's area is called, and it's just pictured in brain diagrams. You guys seen like a brain, like como cabeza, tacos de cabeza, and then you can see they're just like little bundles of noodles, right? They look like they have all noodles on the outside, and there's one little area. They're like a little circle they draw on diagrams, and that's part of your temporal lobe. That's called the Wernicke's area. And what that does is it lets you understand. It connects sounds and connects me. It connects. Sorry, I'm trying to explain it in a way that doesn't just give you metaphors. It connects memory, right? It connects emotion, and it connects articulating sounds, right? That tone, the accent, all that stuff. And that then is what's going off when you're understanding language. That's what scientists will see in their fMRI or whatever when you're understanding language, okay? When you're processing language. So that's the understanding. Then there's the production. That's up at the front, motor, prefrontal, the frontal lobe, they call the frontal lobe here. So this is our planning stuff. We have the primary motor cortex right here, and then the action goes forward, right? So I'm producing language, and when I'm producing language, I'm tasting it back here, okay? And this Wernicke's area is close enough to the insula, and the insula is where we have gustation, the sense of taste, right? And that insula, well, you just think about it, sweetheart. It's connected to the primary motor cortex and the part where we're chewing our jaw and all that stuff, right? So in my brain, this experience of me talking and hearing it, right, is occurring in what we can call a temporal insula, frontal occipital parietal junction, right? It's everything. No. So that's how I can understand what's going on. So what I'm doing is I'm producing language and I'm tasting it. And so the part of my brain that experiences taste, that's going off when I'm tasting, that taste is also connected to the way the rest of my body feels things. And so you can understand this when you think of like 80s movies with like, a woman has chocolate and it's sensual, or like a bath and it's sensual and sensuality. Well, what do we mean by sensuality? We're talking about a somatic experience, meaning in our bodies, right? That's pleasurable, a pleasurable physical experience. That is what I'm going to show you. So, woo, girl, it has been a day. It's not that things are bad or good. It's that I've been living my life on fear. Okay, so let's see what we have. I just opened these files, sweetheart. Hold on one sec. Oh, it's around here. Here we go. So this is one thing I did. I got this idea from the YouTube channel Lang Focus. Should we full screen this, honey? What is that, F11? So what Paul from Lang's, he's so cute. He's kind of goofy. He looks like a dork, really, but he's like an adorable dork. And he has a wife, and I saw like their wedding pictures. So cute. Okay, so Paul from Lang Focus is a very by the books guy. I mean, he does his videos very consistently and very detailed. Really cute. Okay. So this is what he does. He'll color the parts of speech, meaning the verbs of the same word in different sentences, to show you how language structures differ. And so this is a comparison of all these languages with the same quote from Karl Marx. The history of all heretofore existing societies is the history of class struggle. And that's the beginning. I think that's the first line of the Communist Manifesto after the preface. Or that the preface? No, the preface is there's a specter haunting Europe. Yes, chapter 1, bourgeois and proletarian, I'm guessing. Okay, that's the starting line. Okay, now. So you understand, as somebody who's dyslexic and psychotic, I can believe things, I can embrace ideas, things that are strange, different, embrace them like they're familiar, like they're my own. So and also as a dyslexic person, I like broad ranges of similar information, categorical similarity, categorical variation. So we have the same thing in all these different forms, okay? It's just like if I took one number, right, and expressed it with like 7 different equations, you know what I mean? Okay. So let's look at this. Okay, let's just read this. This is what I would do, because it feels good to process it, because Japanese has its own flavor. And of course, okay. 在一塞 no sha, okay. 在一塞 is one phrase. No, no, no. No, 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 no. That's weird. That's weird. No, because the first no is over here. So, this line must be sai. No, sai is 一切. So I think I'm missing a word here, because this second character, this second character here is not represented here anyway. So something isai no sha no rekishi wa kaikyo no rekishi dearu. Okay, so what do I see? Rekishi, that's what we call, that's Sinitic. That's got Sinitic flavor all the way, girl. That see, that looks like I'm missing something too, anyways. Because this li, right? Re, and then shi, he, she, shi, here, she, and then this is the wa, right? So shiwa. So I can see Sinitic when I'm tasting this. Then I'm gonna tell you there's nothing sexier and cuter and more elegant and feminine than these hiragana characters. Look at these just graceful little ladies. Look at her. She's got her hair back. She's got her body bent, her legs coming out, and these little dashes are just her attitude. And look at these curves. Oh, girl, hiragana is beautiful. So see, this is what I'm doing to enjoy myself today, because yesterday I was thrown out of the library because I intervened with a guy who was scaring a woman and looked violent, looked like a domestic abuser. And so anyways, and so I was thrown out of the library because I looked poor, and because it looked like just me and another poor person, 2 bums arguing. And so the library staff think, we're all bums. So, girl, this is what we do to soothe ourselves. And the other thing we're doing today is remind ourselves that people like me, and that I've had all these people give me support and help me and look to me. So it's me that has a hard time accepting that I'm liked and I'm a good person. So then, now, see what this is like an endless array of angles I can play. So I can just read through this one by one. Then I can connect within languages. Like I can say, okay, we have 社会 right here. We have a reikishi, and then we have 在海, all the same word, all coming from however this 社会 was pronounced in ancient Chinese, 甲骨文的时候, I don't remember, I don't know. 在海, 在海, 在社. Zhe. See how it changes? Well, that makes sense, honey, because sa, 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 sa. Sorry. I confuse Chinese, Mandarin tones and Vietnamese tones. Sa, hai, sa, hai. That sounds better. Okay. So that is sa is just a sa versus this sh. And then we have a this J key. I'm not sure, girl. This J key, it looks like it's a Japanese pronunciation. So maybe it's the Japanese version of whatever that means. I can't understand how that would be Sinitic, girl. So that is interesting. See, you have those mysteries that I could look that up and see the different ways this kanji is pronounced in Japanese, because there's a onyomi and a konyomi. Konyomi, and that means the Chinese readings and the Japanese readings. Okay, so anyway, so I can look at it like that, and then I can just or I can just go from a word to word and match them up, right? Jie, and then what is it in Vietnamese? Let's say lịch sử is lịch sử. Tất cả, tất, 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 tất. See, I have to practice Vietnamese too. So I practice each one. I go into each one. Các, các, các. See, because my problem is that fluent Vietnamese is kind of in my bones. I've been hearing it all my life. But then producing, I had to get over the kind of the hurdle of being a white person who was afraid to assimilate too much because I grew up outside of white culture. So then once I really listen and accept, I can relax my throat when I'm speaking Vietnamese and not overemphasize. So lịch sử tất cả các xã hội tồn tại từ trước đến ngày nay chỉ là lịch sử, lịch sử, lịch sử. Đào trên, đảo trên dây cáp. Okay. Then, girl, honey, you know it's a Mr. Taylor, Darren Taylor, aka Poet of Theater, language list where he's going for quantity, not quality, when he starts including these Germanic languages, which, honey, you don't, girl, it's cold. It's cold, honey. Come south. So alla tidige, and with these guz and juz in the Germanic languages, girl, you never know what they're doing with them. He tidega, zamfuns, maybe. Histori en classe compens, class compens, like Mein Kampf struggle, historia. So I don't know how that's pronounced, girl, but that's Danish, Donsk. And then here, toda la historia de la sociedad humana hasta la actualidad es una historia de luchas de clases. Okay, then la historia de ogni società. So there's that. Okay, that's one way I can take my mind off feeling hurt and harassed by the library staff. And then here's another one, and this is a big chunk, sweetheart. This is the first page or page or two in Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse in Spanish and Mandarin. Si mañana, por supuesto, si hace bueno, dijo señora Ramsey, pero tendréis que levantaros con la alondra, agregó. Beautiful. She's telling her boy, yeah, we can go to the lighthouse, but you got to be up early. We might go to the lighthouse, but she's not guaranteeing because she doesn't know, but she doesn't want to shoot the boy's hopes down. Okay. And that's just like a basic thing of being a parent, being a teacher, whatever. Okay. You don't have to shoot the kids' hopes down. Yeah. If they're going to feel shitty, let them feel shitty in the morning, then help them get over that and just say, hey, we don't know what's going to happen. But the contrast is James's father, Mr. Ramsey, is a philosopher, a man who has to show he knows. So he says, no, we're not going to the lighthouse. Okay, so here, Mandarin. 好，要是什么？要是他说我明儿天晴啊，要是明儿天晴，准让你去。那么其父人说什么莱姆继父呀？是 Ramsey 吗？拉姆 拉姆七是 Ramsey. Is that how they transliterate? 拉姆七夫，拉姆七夫人说，可是你得很早起床。他补充道，right? So 补充 means reminded, right? 这话对他的儿子来说是一个非同寻常的习训嘛，好像此事已成定局。到等他去的原要I think 是 something 在必行。过了今晚一个黑夜，明日航行一天，那盼望多年的奇迹就在眼前了。Okay, this part is so cute. Okay, I mean, so beautiful, Virginia Woolf. Okay, hold on, let's go. 汤姆斯才6岁，即使在这样的年龄，他已经属于那个伟大的种族后裔啊！他们不能把两种不同的感觉分开。So she's saying that at this early age, this boy is already part of that great class of people who cannot separate one feeling from another. So beautiful, right? Oh, girl. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the one I had ChatGPT. I was testing ChatGPT and it took like I had to refix it and teach it and try it. Honey, ChatGPT is not fucking Aladdin, okay, sweetheart. But it's useful. So this is the first thesis of Feuerbach from Marx. So we have it here in Spanish, simplified Mandarin, traditional Mandarin, Vietnamese, Japanese, Korean with transliteration. This is Tamil, I believe. Yeah, Tamil. And with transliteration, because I don't know how to read this. So Feuerbach, Ulita, Ituvarai, Ilona, Anoitu. I don't know. But it's just fun to look at the characters and just think that's the same. It's all the same. It's saying the same thing. I don't know. It just feels good. And then I wanted to do a theme where I started with Spanish. Okay, that's out of place. But then I have Sinitic languages, and then I have Vietnamese, which has a lot of Sinitic vocabulary, a lot of Chinese vocabulary, and is also analytic, meaning the grammar structure of grammar is similar to Vietnamese, right? I would say maybe it's probably more similar than to its neighbor Cambodian, right? Or other languages that have Vietnamese, Chinese vocabulary, like Japanese and Korean. So there's this thing where linguistically, Vietnamese is considered to have developed separately from Chinese languages, but it's surprising how they both end up so analytic and tonal. And there's a belief that when tonalization, that when a language becomes tonal, it's a way of accounting for grammatical endings that are lost, grammatical affixes that are lost. So, girl, can I give you an example of that? Okay. 费尔巴哈 Okay. So, 包括 okay, 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 okay. Now this quo, right? If you quo here means included, including here, quo. And there's a radical that tells you that it has to do with movement or the hand. But then this part is supposed to be phonetic, I believe, and it's a tongue. Well, that's by itself, it's pronounced sh. Well, so it doesn't sound like quo. But then you realize if you change this hand radical to a water radical, it becomes a 活。对啊，那么活呀，那个生活的活呀。Yeah, I think so. So then it makes sense because 活 and a core, 呵呵呵呵呵. So that sound changes over time. So then okay, that's how maybe back in the day this was either a h or ka, and then it was like 或 id, 或 in, right? And then instead of the grammatical endings, you have tonal changes, tonal differences. That's one theory. I think it's kind of cool, but it sounds a little too simplistic. Okay, so that's the theme of this, right? We go Sinitic. So now we have all this Sinitic vocabulary in Vietnamese, Chinese, and then Korean. And because I don't read Korean, I have the transliteration, and then that way I can taste the Chinese. So I don't know what is this. Something should be Chinese because this is a philosophical document, and Chinese was a prestige language like Latin in Europe. 존재 한윤 모대운 or maybe that's modern because they're talking about materialism up to the present day or whatever, or that has existed up to now. 요molun 위 that is I'm guessing that's a topic marker like they have in Japanese. 주요 열함 표 okay, that's Feuerbach. Okay, so no, so this I don't get anyway. So that's the theme, Sinitic, and now we go to um, the Altaic connection, because there's a theory that Japanese and Korean are part of this really big language group that includes Tamil and the Dravidian languages in southern India, right? Mostly in southern India. So then from that, we go to the Indo-European language family, because that's South India, here's North India, right? And now this is an Indo-European language, right? And now we're going into the Indo-Iranian language family. So here we have Urdu. Now, Urdu, a lot of people will tell you, is kind of really not too different from Hindi, but because of the religious political differences, right? It's like polite. It's like what's an example? In Shanghai, in China, we say 方言呐. 方言 sometimes English they say dialect. 那么方言呢，就是 regional speech, really. And in China, people say, a lot of people say, I've said 那个在中国嘛，你开到就是你开车开到30公里或者什么就有不同的方言，对吧？就是说 you go for 30 miles or 30 minutes, whatever, in China, there's going to be a new dialect. 但是呢, dialect language, the distinction is meaningless. So really, Hindi and Urdu are very similar. One main difference is Urdu has much more Persian vocabulary and is written with an Arabic script that, if I remember correctly, was borrowed from the Persian version of the Arabic script. So let's see if I recognize in this transliteration. I see right away. Hamom, that is a Persian word. Okay. That might be cognate with Hame in Persian, because Hame I think is all, right? Hagerat, that is familiar to me from Persian. Husiat too. So it's interesting. So then this is Punjabi. Okay, yeah, there's a P there for Punjabi. So now this is another Indo-European language, Indian language family language. That girl tells you the lie about these discrete divisions in geography, culture, and everything. Because first of all, honey, everybody knows Punjab. It means five waters. It's Persian. That's Persian for five waters, five rivers, whatever. So let's see if we recognize. Samet Hun Tokdian Sarian Maujuda Bot Tik Vadan Di Mukh Khami. Okay, I'm guessing maybe that's Khame or Asliyat, that's Persian. So what I mean is that Punjab, that whole area, it's stupid to try to divide it and say it's the Middle East or is it Central Asia or South Asia. Honey, it's a fucking ball. There's no middle point or up or down on a fucking ball, honey. Jesus Christ. So the planet Earth, sweetheart. So, anyways, what Punjabi is just surrounded by other stuff, right? It's near to Afghanistan, it's near to Iran, it's near to India, it's near to Pakistan, right? And near to China. Okay. So this is Persian. I think we finally gotten to Persian. Let's see. That is Rein, Rin, Yin, Rin, something. Asli, Khame, Ma, ماتریالیزم های تاکنون موجود از جمله ماتریالیزم فو فو فویرباخ این است کشی Vagit. I don't know. Okay. So I've read through this a few times. Okay. So now we go to, now in the Persian family, the Iranian language family. So we started with the Chinese languages, girl, the Sinitic languages. Okay. Then we go into languages around China that have Chinese vocabulary, Vietnamese, Japanese, and Korean. Then we go to the Altaic language hypothesis, which says that Koreanic languages and Dravidian languages and Japonic languages are all part of a single language family. Then we go from Dravidian languages to their brothers and sisters up north, the so-called Indian Indian languages, honey, which are Indo-European languages in the Indic family. And then from the Indian family, we go to Urdu, which is in between the Indian languages and the Iranian language family. And then we went to Punjabi, which is another ostensibly Indian language that's got a lot of Persian flavor, okay? So now we're going from Persian to Sorani Kurdish. Kurdish is a Iranian language. It's very close to Persian, similar to Persian. It's, you know, it's got its own flavor. Giftari, Sereki, Khemu, Madiye, Dekhani, Ta Estayi. Now here's something to me which is very Kurdishy, the was. Ewe, I think Pashto has this. Ewe for bochish maybe, lechwe gurtu ewe que object rasti hesiyet tencha le formi object yan seirand newi. Okay. Well, you can see like Persian, there's a lot of this, I'm guessing there's a lot of this, what do you call this, kind of semantic chunking, compounding. There's a lot of compounding in Persian. It looks like, just looking at the syllable, it looks like there's a lot of that here too. So that's Sorani Kurdish, which is one of those kind of languages. I think that's like on my C tier languages to C or B tier languages to learn. Gorani Kurdish, another Kurdish language, and then Pashto, which is in Afghanistan, also in the Iranian language family. So Kurdish is over here, Turkey, around Turkey, in Iraq, Iran, Syria. That's Kurdish. Over in the Levant by Israel, the Mediterranean over here. Pashto is in Afghanistan. So that is bordering China, whatever, India, Pakistan, Iran, and then you have Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, all up here, right? So that's how I get my mind off feeling treated like a bum and feeling that I shouldn't have to verify the fact that I'm an educated gentleman ever. Nobody should, because we're not supposed to be living in a world where class is the barrier to entry and the justification for being a piece of shit. So here's some other fun stuff. Let's pick something, girl. We're gonna do this as a group, and then we're gonna pick some fun stuff. And remember that people like me, okay? Because I'm a nice person, and because I want people to like me, and I choose to try to get people to like me by being a nice person, right? And that's what I've been teaching kids for 20 years, okay? Mientras escribo, okay, on writing. So if I was to dip into there, I would just go to my favorite parts. And it's Stephen King. He's a down-to-earth writer. He's a popular writer. So the Spanish isn't going to be that hard. Los Dominorcos. This has one of my favorite introduction sections, narrative descriptions, where he sets up the life of Bobby Anderson and her property. And he was like coked out, blacked out on cocaine when he wrote all this shit. but it's very good. And it's such a Virgo thing. Tell you every goddamn thing. The concrete is, you can tell it's 50 years old and it was mixed of Roman concrete, and the aging and the weather cracks, and it'll only need to be maintenance in 4 to 5 years. All this earthy description that people like me, we're not really, we can zoom into, but it's not where we live. Okay. Alfaro. Oh, no. Poesía completa, Silvia Plath. Mira, eso es muy bonita. Es la diferencias de las idiomas. Mira, eso. Ok. Por mí, mi juventud, señora Plath, es una poesía, como se dice, que son mis como unos de mis 5 poesías favoritas. No, no, no. It's me. No, yeah, and maybe I have 5. Saul Williams, is my favorite. Matt Cedillo, the premier communist Chicano poet of the earth. And let's go to, where is it, honey? Shh, shh, shh. It's in here, mom. We read it before. Enjambre. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Cálmate, cabrón. No, carta amnésico, no, la rival, no, eres, no. Is it this enjambre? Porque la palabra en español es diferente, porque no es un cognado. Oh, el aspirante. Ok, página 108 y 2. Ok, mira, cabrón. No, I don't want to see your fucking premium features. Fuck off. 什么东西嘛? Aspirante. I'm just thinking, well, honey, even if people look through your YouTube channel, wherever you're going to put this on Instagram and see. God damn it, I just want the goddamn poem. Here. No, god damn it. It's all the stuff about the goddamn poem. I just want the goddamn poem. Okay, mama. Can you go? Let's see what our options are. Can we just go to the page? These programs are supposed to like have all these features, but no, okay. Oh, here we go. Let's see. We can just, maybe we can click on it. Okay. We're getting there, sweetheart. I was thinking, wait, even if people look through this and they say, yeah, Darren, you are a smart guy, you're a nice guy, everybody loves you. But it doesn't, it like, if somebody says, oh yeah, no, he's violent, he killed somebody, they'd be like, yeah, he just must have snapped. Maybe he was too smart. You know what I mean? There's a side, because it's our default position to give authorities the benefit of the doubt. Oh no, we're getting there, girl. So when you're reading poetry, what that does for your brain is it causes you to recognize the limitations of translation, because there's some alliteration and meaning in this poem that is not translated, right? Um, okay. Oh, we're going to page 182, I think. Let's see. No, girl. Oh, okay. I can't find it, so now I'm getting upset. Okay, so when I get upset, I have to say, stop looking for this poem. Okay. Stop looking for this poem and let go and realize you're recording something and you feel afraid that people are going to think you're stupid because you can't find the poem you're looking for. And now you've lost the class. You've lost the class's attention, Darren. Okay, honey, you're at home, you're alone, honey. You're just trying to calm down. So look at all these poems you remember from her. Those atisbos, see, because Sylvia Plath uses a lot of fancy language for the sound and connotation and mystery of it. So atisbos, and I'm sure that's, maybe it's a common word in Spanish. I don't know, girl. So it's hard, but it's challenging because you see all these words translated. Now you know what it's like for somebody who doesn't speak English trying to read Sylvia Plath, right? Somebody like an English student, autopsy, yes. Uh, no, it's not here, girl. No, no. Okay, let it go, mama. See, it's hard to let go. Like I'm stuck in this mode where I have to find it. Dopaminergic reactors. I think we're so used to like pursuing goals in states of fear and confusion that we don't listen to ourselves when we say stop because we know we have to keep going no matter what. Um, uh-huh. So why can't I just find um okay. Uh here. Here's one of the words from the poem. Maybe that'll work. No. No, it's like they're showing me stuff from the preface. I don't want the preface, girl. Okay, okay. See, I can't give up, honey. So this is my struggle. We're gonna stop in a minute, girl. I just want to see if I can just click on a through a list of poems, the list of the poem. Here we go. Okay, last try, Darren. And it's so, honey, you don't have to do anything. You're recording a video, honey, to deal with your stress. So it's not a reason for more stress. This is what we're doing to get out of the stress moment. So let's slow down and let's show what we're. This is for educational purposes. Let's show how you read, how you scan, right? Tres cascadas del moro, no. Okay, no, no. Pretendiente, no. No, no, let's just check one more. Let's go back one more. Okay, picadura, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, venite con la no. Ok, el enjambre, no, invernando, así un secreto pretendiente. Pretendiente, let's try, okay. No, no. Yes, we got it. Ante todo, ¿eres nuestro tipo? ¿Llevas un ojo, vidrio, dentaduras, postiza o una muleta, un corrector dental o un garfillo, pechos de silicona o un sexo de goma, alguna sutura que demuestre que te falta algo? No, no. Entonces, ¿cómo podemos darte nada? Venga, no llores. Abre la mano. Vacía, sí, vacía. Pues aquí tienes otro para llenarla y deseando servirte una taza de té, disipar tus migrañas y hacer cuanto le digas. ¿Quieres casarte con ella? See that part. She says, will you marry it? Right? And then that's the end. So then we go to the end. ¿Quieres casarte? ¿Quieres casarte con esto? No. At the end, it's marry it, marry it, marry it. It's the best fucking ending because it's like a coffin, right? This poem really to me is about the death of marriage and men and women being, servants for men and men like being sold marriage through the promise of these servile females, right? Gorgeous. Who they'll never really understand, right? Okay. So that's good. So that's one way I can relax. So what else? We have Virginia Woolf to the Lighthouse in Spanish. Then we have Virginia Woolf's collected works, or a few of them, in Mandarin. We have Lu Xun, who's a of one of the most famous Chinese modern authors from the early 20th century. And he was like famous kind of for like, I don't know, kind of putting modern vernacular Chinese on the map, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because at the time everybody was writing classical Chinese, so he started writing the colloquial way that people could understand and writing about common people. Philip K. Dick in Spanish. This is one of my favorites. Let's see if we can find my favorite paragraph in Spanish, okay? So it's the opening, and the man is taking his son down to get this test to see if he qualifies to like work for the government and, kind of move up in the world. No quiero examinarme, exclamó Bobby. Debes examinarte, pensó su padre, si existe alguna esperanza para nuestra familia proyectada hacia el futuro, en los periodos que se extenderán mucho más allá después de mi muerte, la mía y la de Cleo, right? So the father is so beautiful because Philip K. Dick, he's not really talking about obviously a random character. He's talking about the average guy, right? The common Joe, us regular people. We have this view that this is our only hope, was we have to get our kids to get ahead and to do what the government says we have to do, what the corporations say we have to do to get rich and be successful. Because we don't know, we're just fucking bums. Okay, hold on. Permite que te lo explique de esta manera, dijo en voz alta, mientras, here we go, se movía entre la muchedumbre por la acera deslizante en dirección. No, 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 no. Las personas en todos diferentes. No, no, no. No dice calificados. Entonces, here we go. Escucha, exclamó, y sabrás de qué manera está gobernada tierra. Dos entidades se muevan, una entona a la otra, gobernando primera una después, una y después otra. Esas entidades. So Philip K. Dick, this is when he just knocks it out of the park, because now he's showing us this one little man thinking, well, I don't know anything, but what I know is this is how it works. These guys are in control, and that's just the way it is. And you got to do what they say to get ahead. Honey, that's just what they want you to believe. So you understand, our obedience feels like an individual accident. And we're all thinking we're all accidents. You know what I mean? This is this is one of my favorite Philip K. Dick novels, because I feel this is where he's transitioning from Philip K. Dick, who's just writing about how trippy reality is in capitalism and modernity and all that shit, and then he becomes Philip K. Dick, the proselytizer, who I don't care for. I have my friend Nathan Castellanos. He thinks Philip K. Dick, the proselytizer, that's his homie. Revelation Philip K. Dick. No, this is where his novel, his attitude is just to say these guys are really bad. But everything he says is true. The people who run society in this novel, the two entities, entidades, are the new men and the old men or whatever. And so they're both special, mutant geniuses with, calculating brains and psychic powers and telekinesis, but they're actually just disgusting, murderous slime, just the same as every ruling class of every generation. Today, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, those sick fucks, Hillary, Trump, all those sick fucks. And anyways, so he just grounds in how disgusting and pathetic these people are. And then he shows you common people lost and afraid and oppressed by the authorities, not as heroes, not as noble heroes, but as people just stumbling through life, kind of switching up. Okay, oh, this is true, right? Going from one thing to the next. Beautiful, Philip K. Dick. Okay, let's go through my language folder and see what other treats I have here to console myself. Okay, Los Tres Estimagas, sorry, Estigmas, Los Tres Estigmas de Palmer Eldritch. That was the first Philip K. Dick novel I read. It's always going to have a place in my heart. Looking back, the thing that kind of bugs me is the guy stuff. Like, Barney Mayerson is sleeping with his secretary, and that's her role. She's a cool character in the novel. I like her in the novel, but her role is just to be what Philip K. Dick fears in women, right? And so, and it's like we know all about their tits. We know a girl. They've all like they're all like Big tits is one personality, small tits is another personality for Philip K. Dick. But I love that, so I could read that. And then here's one I haven't read. This I believe Los Cuentos, sí. No, this is a one story, but I think it's the title of a collection of short stories. Los días de Precioso de Porky Pat. Okay. And then this is a Chinese version of Flow My Tears, The Policeman's. Oh no, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep here. So I've never really liked that novel just because it got popular as Blade Runner. But actually, if you forget about the stupid movie shit and focus just on the book alone, honey, it's beautiful. And the thing they don't capture in the movie is the faith of Decker, the cop. He believes in who's the fucking prophet in the goddamn book? The one going up the mountain. It's a messianic figure that people access through electronic devices in their home, right? And then this faith of this, it's like you get on this electronic device, you put your hands on, and now you're in the state of this kind of Promethean Jesus figure being persecuted for his ability to bring life, to create life, to heal, which is also men's fantasy of having a womb. Let's be honest, girl. Okay. So, anyways, Philip K. Dick, Chinese, Spanish, it's good. Then I have here this one, Flow My Tears, the policeman said. Fluyan mis lágrimos, dija el policía. Okay. And then, okay, this will cheer me up a little bit, sweetheart. This is for a long time, this was my favorite novel, period. Okay. This is me, girl. This is me. Okay. So it's based on does he have the quote here? The guy Frederick of Seville, I believe, who wrote this book, and I don't know, girl, like year 1000 AD, about the whole nature of the world, all the information in the world. And Thomas of Seville, was it Thomas of Seville? Was that the guy in Spain? And then, of course, looking back, it's like, well, stupid people. What the fuck? They're fools. So this is Confession of a Crap Artist. Confesiones de un artista de mierda. And the crap artist in question is basically a nerd, somebody who's got some cognitive issues going around, who's been abused, who's lower class, like me, right? And just cannot function in life, which that's how it feels a lot of the time for me. So let's go, girl. This is so funny. And they made a movie, Baltoch, in French, which was actually one of the best um, movieization of Philip K. Dick. And unlike other Philip K. Dick novels, this is not science fiction. This is more about the science fiction author and the science fiction fan in real life. Okay, let's get into it. Okay. Estoy hecho de agua. Jamás se darán cuenta de ello porque la tengo contenida. También mis amigos están hechos de agua, todos. Para nosotros, el problema no solo radica en que debemos andar sin ser absorbidos por la tierra, sino que debemos ganarnos la vida. Because in that one paragraph, he tells you, oh, what a mess this motherfucker is. He's thinking, he's walking around. If I don't keep this water in, I'm going to be sucked into the dirt. Hold in, water, hold in. And so right away, he's showing you that this is somebody who reads things as an intellectual, but is not really an intellectual. In his own way, he is, but he's not looking at it to take on academics on their world from their perspective, right? And understanding actual scientists and reading actual scientific research and stuff like that. So this is how I feel in terms of being ashamed for being a nerd, okay? Okay. So it's not enough that we're all made of water and we have to hold in the water, and we also have to make a living. En realidad, hay un problema aún mayor. No nos sentimos cómodos en ninguna parte. Right? And that's true too. ¿Por qué? But what's his answer? La respuesta es la Segunda Guerra Mundial. So it's like you when you meet somebody and they want to show you all their theories, all this little shit they picked up on Joe Rogan or whatever. Ugh, okay. But he's also really talking about his life, okay? He's talking about the fact that life hasn't been the same since World War II and what people went through in World War II, okay? It's valid, girl. It's valid because you're coming out of the Depression and now you're in the biggest war of ever, right? Okay. Comenzó el 7 de diciembre en there's another funny part coming up. 1941. En aquella época yo tenía 16 años y todavía asistía a la escuela secundaria de Sevilla. Tan pronto como escuché la noticia en la radio y de cuenta de que iba a combatir, here we go, en ella, de que nuestro presidente ahora tenía la oportunidad de azotar a los japonesas, sí, but they didn't say, because this is where you realize he's also just a typical bigoted American, the words he uses for the Japanese, right? And how it's like, and you also see how blindly this guy is just following the world, just shit he hears, right? This is like, this is the guy, whoever it was, Thomas of Seville. Um, this was how stupid he was. But now in our modern day, this is what it's like to walk around with all these little pieces of information and think that you figured out the clues and the answers. Okay. I'm hungry, girl. Okay. I'm hungry. I'm just sad. I'm just sad because it's hard to explain to people. Well, because we all know that it's discrimination, but sometimes because we're given, we've been given race as a form of class, but now we confuse all of this shit together. And so we can see racism, but we don't understand that racism is just the division of the rich and poor, right? Putting whites on top of black people in terms of status, money, and power, right? Girl. So it's hard just to people to realize, yeah, it's classism. Everybody at the library, they discriminate against you because you're poor, etc. Okay, here's something. Borges in Chinese. Let's taste a familiar story, and then I'm gonna get off this. And I feel I'm exhausted. I'm hungry. Should I order something? Okay, no, girl. You have plenty of fucking food, sweetheart. Eggs, scrambled egg sandwich. You have mayonnaise. Okay. So this is actually, I remember being in China and seeing a collection of the works of Borges, and I think it was Obreras Completas, right? 全集 here, 全集 completas, Obreras Completas, 全集嘛，差不多 yeah. And there was and I was just fascinated. I'm like, wow, Chinese people are reading Borges enough that there's a fucking complete set of his fucking works in Mandarin. That's fucking exciting, happy, beautiful. Okay, so let's see. 二根列专, what does that mean? No, no, no. Is that 根坤? I don't know. 小 something 分 something 的花园嘛. That's the Garden of 14 Paths. 射 something 吉啊. 射 就是那个红啊, I don't know. 阿莱佛. Oh, Aleph. That's the Aleph. Well, that's cute, but no. 沙之说, the Book of Sand? What is I don't remember. Okay. 爱万里是陀卡列格，爱万里是陀卡列格. What? Simon, somebody's name, honey, but I don't. I must be misreading it. 讨论集，永恒石. No, it's not. 诗意, the art of poetry. 七叶或石可, okay. 恶棍列专嘛. I don't know, girl. I'm sorry. 恶棍. I don't know what that second character is. Kun, something like that. Kun, maybe. That I think that's evil. I don't know. Lia, so okay. So we're lost. And okay, what do we have here? This is the contents. We have 1954年 no. Are these stories or essays? B see, I'm tired, honey. I need to stop. No, I'm looking for the Lottery of Babylon. No, no, it's not here. No. Okay, well, what else? I'll just show you the rest of my little language folder because it's like my little rooms, one of my little rooms. We have more Philip K. Dick. This is a Chunom dictionary. So I'll look through here and I'll taste. I'll study Vietnamese, which is like the language of my family, my youth. And then I'll also kind of look for Sinitic connections with Chunom. So here they're showing you Chunom stuff, but they're explaining it in Vietnamese. So I don't know what it's saying. Chunom Loi something. And what is that character? Just the writing's hard to read, girl. These are Chunom characters. I don't know how they're pronounced, what they mean. Cả bon các viết cong cưng một chữ nhược nhược là tích về chữ. See, I don't know, girl. And what else do I have, girl? And then I'll let you go. We'll get through this language folder and then I'll let you go, honey. This is a Lu Xun workbook. This is cool. Oh, Liu Xun,那鲁迅就是这个就是一般般的那个 practical workbook. 对 okay. Here, Lingua Latina. This is one of my favorite language learning texts of all time. Just a sweet taste, baby. Just a sweet taste. Okay, let's start. How easy is this? Roma in Italia est, honey. Rome is in Italy. Rome is in Italy, sweetheart. Okay. Italia in Europa est. Grecia in Europa est. Italia et Grecia in Europa sunt. Hispania quoque in Europa est. Hispania et Italia et Grecia in Europa sunt. Piece by piece. I would love to write this for Chinese. I would love to write. I've actually started. Okay, let's look. I was working on this for a student or two. Latina, a familia Romana for Chinese. What did I come up with? Okay. This is all I got so far. Okay. Beijing 在中国，中国在亚洲。Beijing is in China, China is in Asia. 日本在亚洲 Japan is in Asia. 日本和中国都在亚洲 Japan and China are in Asia. 韩国也在亚洲 Korea is also in Asia, South Korea. 日本、韩国和中国都在亚洲. So that's not bad. 伊朗不在亚洲 Iran is not in Asia. 伊朗在中东 Iran is in the Middle East. 越南不在中东越南在亚洲 Yunnan is not in the Middle East. Yunnan is in Asia. 伊拉克不在亚洲就在中东 Iraq is not in Asia. Iraq is in the Middle East. Okay, girl. What else? I'm tired, mama. I want to order food and lay down and die. Okay. Whale songs. So I love listening to whale songs. Let's look because it just takes me away. It just takes me away. Let's see. Did it come up? No. No. Okay. Well, whale songs. Okay. Then I have these language learning packs: Persian, Irish, Vietnamese, Swahili, Chinese, and those are just like that's just like 100 books each of like language learning. So that's just a piece of how I distract myself learning languages because I feel bad. Like there's a lot going on in my life, but I just had a little hit yesterday because like I said, I was treated like a dangerous person. The cop came up to me in the library when I was searching for books and said that I had been seen having an altercation with another patron and I was being thrown out for a day. And I'm like, sweetheart, if I came in here in a professional outfit, okay, with a pack of students showing them around the library, right? You would see me as an authority figure and you would not assume that I'm just fighting with somebody when I'm trying to de-escalate a man who looks like he's intent on tracking down the fucking crying woman that just escaped, sweetheart. It hurts. I'm upset. because it's right to be upset. It makes sense. The only thing I don't want to do is dwell on this. Yeah, so, okay. I'm gonna let go and breathe. I need to go to the gym, work stuff out. I just want to rest today, actually. I'm just tired. Okay. I have to eat something, then I'll rest. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. My point of making this video is not to say how fucked up my life is. It's not me. It's all of us, and it's worse for the people that have least. I have time and leisure and education, right? I have perspective. I have confidence. I have techniques. I have tactics. I have resources. I have people that got my back, people that care about me. Like I said, my hard part is loving myself because I've been taught to hate myself. I've been taught to look down on myself. I've been taught to be ashamed of myself for being smart, for being strong, for being able to outtalk people, being able to outthink people, for knowing all the weaknesses in people's ideologies, religions, legal theories, philosophy, all that shit. But it's not. I'm not a genius. There's no such thing as genius. We all have. We do different things. We're good at different things, and some of those things are supposed to be holy and sacred. Well, it's not, honey. It's not. Okay. I hope you get a sense of what it's like to be in my head from this.